4, 3, 2, 1, go. Hey guys, Ranch here, on Circle of Commentary. This is going to be the second set between Light and Kwanro in the quarterfinals of the Nate MSL 2009. It's going to be on Fighting Spirit. We're going to have Light at the upper right-hand corner as the yellow Terran. We're going to have Kwanro at the upper left-hand corner as the, what is that, blue zerg, I think, from the minimap, maybe teal? Yeah, teal zerg at the upper left-hand corner. Yeah, Kwanro truly rolling himself through the first set. Now, Light really has to pick himself up. He has to play safer, has to make sure he knows what he's doing, because Light definitely has what it takes to win this. He is a very good turn versus Zerg player, and if this hits a macro game, if this goes into the late game macro, I definitely think that Light is going to have a huge advantage. So if he managed to get this into late mid-game to late game, get that SK Terran going, and fight Kwanro back until he can hit that, you know, can get that ball of Terran with science pulses out there and just, yeah, use that to assault Kwanro. I think he's going to be in a fairly good position. And I'm also really looking forward to see what Kwanro goes for. Last time he went, kind of switched up, went for something a little unorthodox, went for 2-base all-in Zergling, really. And it wasn't horribly all-in either, really. I wouldn't call it all-in because it was 2-base. He just focused on a lot of Zerglings. He even had Mutalisks on the way, I believe. So he already had the next idea, but I wouldn't call it all-in. It's just a very, very quick 2-base Zergling rush. Full in Zergling attack, and it really ended up fighting Light back. Even if Light had managed to somehow fight that back eventually, he still would have been ended up facing up against Mutalisks when he had absolutely no turrets even going up. I don't think he had a single eBay or anything. Kwanro here is going to go for a 12 hatch, so he's going to go into his little pseudo-economicals. I really like it from him when he goes for 12 hatch, because then it allows him to turn it into the type of aggression he likes. Light, meanwhile, sending out an SCV scout, it's going to scout in the wrong direction, while Kwanro is borrowing some psychic powers and sending his overlord into the right direction. I'm wondering, he might even send out a drone scout to the lower left, just in case, to make sure that he scouts it properly, because this is, of course, a 4-player map. He has his own spawning pull-up on the way, and I'm really looking forward to see whether he goes for a 2-base strat, or tries to take an early third and just get his economy up, because I think Light might be going for 1 Rax into expand here. So the Zerg player might want to compete, stay on 2 bases for a little while, but then take a quick third just to compete economically. Of course, if Kwanro goes for heavy Mutalisk play, it's also going to give him an opportunity to harass Light. That natural expansion at Light's is a little bit weak to Mutalisks. It is a bit of an open position that you can take advantage of. And, okay, he is going to, meanwhile, go for that hatchery inside his own base. So this is a 2-base 3-hatch strategy. Most likely going to be 2-base mutas. Light is going to go for 1 Rax into expand. So Kwanro's going to have to accomplish something with these mutas that are going to be coming out. Meanwhile, Light is getting the full scout on this, just after he's having spotted the overlord coming into his base. And yeah, of course, Kwanro, going to have the full-on scout on Light as well. Light actually moving out with a couple overlords, possibly trying to take the overlord kills, seeing they can get us around on that. Not quite managing to, though. Going to get his second Rax up. Should have his refinery on the way as well, so he can get his academy going. Kwanro, producing 6 Zerglings, is going to only send 1 Zergling after the SCV, producing even more than natural expansion. We're going to go in and pressure, going to force a bunker to come down. Because, yeah, there we go. The bunker comes down. 3 Marines, kind of put himself just close to that bunker. Zerglings going to move out. I think the bunker should come down just in time for the Zerglings, but it might even attempt a run by. 4 Marines are up. Overlord moving in as well to act as a spot. Zerglings coming in right now, but yeah, they're going to run back the second that the bunker comes up. So Kwanro definitely at least putting on some pressure, forcing a bunker to come down the natural expansion. You see a lot of turn players put down bunkers anyway, even if there's no Zergling pressure coming in, just to be safe early on, just they don't get caught off guard. And Light definitely doesn't want to get caught off guard like it last time. A little bit easier to defend because of the ramp, of course. You don't have just equal ground to allow the Zerglings to run through. Kwanro not going for his way. And Light still has that SCV inside, so at least spotting it out should know that there is indeed Mutalisks coming at him. Meanwhile, getting his own academy going, is going to lose that SCV scout momentarily. But at the very least, he already pretty much should have a pretty decent idea of what's coming. Unless Kwanro decides to change it up again, I really don't think it's as viable with the amount of resources that he's already expended on tech. Meanwhile, yeah, going to pick off that SCV scout. But with the amount of resources that's already expended on teching to get that third production hatchery, start producing Mutalisks, and also, of course, also getting his second extractor there, he's definitely going to go for Mutalisks, I feel. Meanwhile, still going to move around a little bit with some of these Zerglings. try to maybe put on some pressure, but mostly just to go around and pick off these SCV scouts that are going to be trying to get inside of his base. If he can manage to make sure that there are no more SCV scouts coming inside him, he's going to be in pretty good shape. Light is going to be at least forced to get a comm set off to get the scouting. Of course, if you can, you might want to, not use the comm set, just try to get an SCV inside. But of course, the comm set station will give you the full-on scanning. But at the same time, you might want to save it for a little bit, just to scout around the map instead with the comm set stations. Light might want to use the SCV for that though instead. There's a Spire alongside, 2 creep colonies coming up for Kwanro and Eshim, so he's going to be playing a little bit safe. He knows the Light has picked up a pretty large number of forces, and there should be a couple of medics coming out to supplement that. Zerg is going to move in, thinking of pressuring. At the very least, they're going to stand outside there and make sure that the medic marines can't move out. And even if they do move out, Kwanro's going to have full knowledge of this. Moving out right now, just the medic support comes in, and this is probably going to force Kwanro to turn those creep colonies into sunken colonies. They're in the E-base alongside Third Reich coming in for Light, producing 2 Firebats just to help engage those Zerglings. And it's actually pretty good also because you're going to be able to run on the sword. Oh, going to go on the ramp. Yeah, there you go. Zerg is trying to run by those medic marines, but with those 2 Firebats on the ramp, and as soon as they hit some stim, those Zerglings are going to be able to do absolutely nothing. Turrets are going to be on the way. I think this is in time for these mutas overall. Light now, with that fairly large medic marine group. Still, Kwanro only has those 3 creep colonies out as natural, and not really much else is going to produce the mutals right now. But I think Light is going to have plenty of time to put down turrets for that, as long as you're already putting them down right now, moving around with his little ball of Terrans. Kwanro, meanwhile, putting down the drone, I think to the lower left-hand position, was going to pick up another base. But Kwanro, at least, definitely forcing Light to continuously that little, that little group of force that he has there, a little ball of Terrans. And I'm not even sure Light moved far away enough. I don't think Kwanro has ever really feel that threat. And he put down a 3rd creep colony just in case, but he never actually turned any of them into sunken. Now he has Mutalists in play. So he's going to try to continue to put some pressure on. I'm not sure if Light has that many turrets because the very large force of Mutalists is going to be coming out as natural expansion. Right now there is 1. I see 2 turrets. There's 4 turrets up, so that should help alongside the medic marine group. And also, of course, on the right side of the middle, so actually should be able to micro. Meanwhile, now Kwanro's going to micro against these turrets. I see you coming off to repair, but not going to happen too much. He's going to be able to pick off his CV in 1 hit, but taking a lot of damage on Mutalists. Should have lost 1 there. Medic Marines also fairly close, but they can't really run in due to the turret placement, just due to everything is placed. Picking off quite a few SCVs there. Light can be forced to pull some more turrets. Put some more turrets on the ground just to make sure he's safe. Let's see, Medic Marines moving around the field, trying to catch those Mutalists. You got to be very careful to engage those. He doesn't have a very large force, but he has quite a few medics to support, so he might still be able to engage. Kwanro at the moment just reinforcing. He has that lower left-hand base, which is picking up. So as he gets those Mutalists out there, he is transitioning into 3 bases, getting that 3rd gas up. And if he transitions, gets another base at the lower left, gets his 4th gas going, he's going to be able to fairly safely transition into either Big Air or Guardians. Loses a Mutalisk there as he picks off a Marine. Yeah, Kwanro has gone. Last time he played against Terran on this map, I think it was on this map, might have been Odd Eye, I'm not actually quite sure, but he has gone for Big Air, and it's been a mixed success. Usually, when he beat Bogus in the 3rd set, he went for Big Air, but the Big Air failed. He just ended up winning with the Ultras, and now he's going to engage in this medic marine, a very small group of medic marines. It's going to get completely picked off. This very large number of Mutalists pretty much engaging Light very heavily. Light meanwhile going to move toward the low left-hand position. Zerglings and Mutalists running right towards that to prevent that from happening. Medic Marines have to go in, and they're going to have to pick this off pronto if they want to have any shot of doing anything. Want a Hydra there to prevent them, but they have to pick off this hatchery very quickly because the Zerglings and Mutalists are coming in right now. I don't think Light really will be able to pick this off. He has to micro this like crazy. Has no Firebats to support his Medic Marines. The Zerglings are going to have a field day. Medics have to block. Going to be able to get a pretty decent surround. Many of them getting picked off with the Mutalists coming in, and more Zerglings reinforcements. This entire troop of force is going to get picked off, and Light losing forces on all sides. Now sending, I think it was 2 Firebats and several Marines towards the lower left hand. They're going to get picked off even if they even come in close. Yeah, he's retreating right now. Sent them far too late. Now I think they're just close at the middle. At pick-off distance, they're going to get picked off. The Firebat stimming yet again. Going to not even manage to get a shot off to pick off a Zergling and getting killed. Some of these Medic Marines, Marines, I'm sorry, with absolutely no medics getting all picked off. In the Light, there was 1 single medic there, though, but